video you're about to watch is genuine footage from our investigations. No manipulation, no fakery, just real footage by real investigators. Viewer discretion is advised.
Thank you very much. Now, can you make that light go off again? Oh, you
Yes,
stop!
Haunted Britain Investigations.
Swindon Health Hydro was built in 1892. It was funded by the Great Western Railway workers after many industrial accidents and major illnesses ravaged the workers and their families. It housed swimming pools, Turkish baths, a doctor's and a dentist. During World War I, the building became an overflow hospital for wounded soldiers. These soldiers were transported from the railway station through underground tunnels to the Health Hydro, where sadly many died from their wounds. The Turkish bath area became the morgue. This iconic building is said to be the birthplace of the NHS and allegedly very haunted. Paranormal claims, apparitions, disembodied voices and poltergeist activity.
Hi everybody, it's Steve from HBI. Tonight we are at Swindon Hydrobaths in the city of Swindon, United Kingdom. This is an enormous building. There are so many rooms, we're not probably going to be able to cover it all tonight on this investigation. I had a quick walk around, picked up a few things, so we're going to have a look around in a sec. The building was started in the late 1800s. It's had a few different uses over those years. It's currently swimming baths, and there's a gym, sauna, that sort of thing. It's a fascinating building. So we'll just head off into the changing area and toilets initially, because when we arrived and me and yourself, Lee, popped in here, and there was this really strange feeling, like electricity going up your
static charge.
You said about it, and it was going up my legs and up my back, and it really was quite something. I became aware also at the same time of a person. Now I'm not actually sure, I can't identify this person, it seems a little strange, but they have followed us around the building tonight while we've been just looking around at the different rooms. They are dressed in a very strange outfit. I can't really describe it, to be honest. I'm not really sure what it is. And they've not said anything, and they feel quite negative. So I'm sure they'll pop up again this evening while we're out and about. I've got a couple of things out here. It's a heavy door. So this is the main pool. I believe it's about 33 metres long, so I've been told, and obviously it's in daily use. It's a stunning building. The window, for a start, just pan round to the... It's absolutely beautiful. What a place to come and have a swim.
I know.
So while we were just having a walk around in here, I had a little lad up the top end called George popped up. Only about so high, very playful. So he's popped up a couple of times while I've been walking around and followed us through into a different area. And if you can see the door that's open at the end, we haven't actually been down there. We're not actually allowed to go poolside, unfortunately. But the door that's open at the end, there's been a woman waving at me from that doorway. So I need to try and find out who she is, if I can.
Okay.
Go up this way?
Yeah. God, I hate walking down here.
This is weird, isn't it? This is strange because the safety barrier is low.
Yeah.
You're up high, and it makes you sort of feel all wobbly. So like I said, this doorway was open here. There's been a woman just smiling and waving at me earlier from there. So she clearly saw us as we were walking around. And George was just here. He met me on the corner here.
Why is George here, do you know?
I'm not sure. He looks like he's dressed sort of Victorian style.
Right.
He's actually quite smart.
Yeah.
He's got like a grey coat on and a little grey cap. But very playful. So clearly quite active, and he followed us into here. So now the bottom of these stairs, again, the entity that I saw in the changing room toilets followed us here as well.
Okay.
So it clearly is moving around the building tonight. This is the children's pool, which unfortunately has a leak and is awaiting a major repair. So it's been empty for some time. There's a completely different atmosphere in this room. I don't know what that is or why. It feels very different to the other pool room, doesn't it?
It's always weird though, isn't it, having a pool that's empty. You're not used to seeing a pool without water in it, and it is. I mean, you wouldn't think that would be odd, but it is. It's quite a strange thing to see.
Yeah. So there would have been the original window, and there used to be a doorway on the left of that original window that's now bricked up that goes outside. Did we go up there? Can't remember.
I'm not sure. We can try it. Is it locked or is it open? No, it's locked. Okay. Well, we'll go back this way.
So it's a bit quiet in this particular area at the minute, to be honest. Now, this used to be the original entrance. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
It goes out into it's like a sort of a road out there. Now, I don't know anything about this building and I've never been here before. But I started tuning into this entrance probably about half an hour or so ago, and I can clearly see bodies being taken out of this doorway, many of them. There was quite a rush of emotion and it was quite upsetting. So I don't know what that's got to do with this building, but that's what I've seen so far. So we'll come and have a look at this a bit later as well.
Okay.
So this is the basement area. So the children's swimming pool is there. That's some of the pipe work for it. There's a bit of a weird atmosphere down here, but I can't see anything active at the moment down here.
Nothing residual or anything?
Not at the moment, I'm not seeing anything. But it's not to say that I could pick something up later.
Okay.
I may have a bit of a deeper look down here. This one.
Oh, okay.
This one's also got some sort of funny feeling. Again, there's something to do with death and bodies.
Right, okay.
For some reason. I don't know what that is.
Right.
Why that's associated with this building. But I'm getting that feeling from here.
Okay.
It's quite an unpleasant feeling.
Just that area there, or?
That bit there.
Right.
I think I'm just picking up static from the electricity.
Okay.
Nothing active.
That's the lift area, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh, is this that room? No, it's just a lift area, isn't it? What the hell?
What was that?
I've just felt something tug on my trousers.
Right.
Like, as I walked in, something's just tugged here.
Okay.
There's nothing for me to catch it on.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, so I think it might be this toilet. I opened this toilet earlier and there was a woman screaming at me.
Okay.
The cam mic and digital audio picks up what sounds like a female voice close to the mic. It also appears to be responding to Steve entering the room. Audio matrix or intelligent response? You decide.
Toilet. I opened this toilet earlier. Toilet. I opened this toilet earlier. Toilet. I opened this toilet earlier. Oh, no. Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Right, so this is the sauna area. There's like a cooling down room, which actually is quite warm, but once you've been in the sauna, this room actually does get better.
Not sure how good the camera's going to cope with the extreme heat.
Yeah, it's very humid in here.
You getting anything in here at all?
No. Right, now it's going to get really humid. So we've got some steam rooms. I've literally, it's so hot, I'm not even going in now. I've been in and came straight out again. Some showers and I haven't seen anything in this area. The camera probably won't like this anyway, very much, will it?
Not really.
I bet that water's really warm.
This is the hydro baths, and this is the small pool.
Oh, you're joking. We have activity in here, guys.
All I did was just sit If you've moved elsewhere in the room, maybe you could come back to the fireplace for me. It's a beautiful fireplace. I'm not surprised you want to be near it. Come on, you don't have to be afraid of us. There wasn't even really, there wasn't like a car or a lorry that went past at the same time, was there?
What was that?
That sounded like it was coming from out the corridor.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Okay, benefit of Lee doing the analysis, like we've all just heard what sounded like a metallic.
I don't know, yeah.
It was almost like a metallic tap, wasn't
Sounds like the
it?
door moving in a frame.
Yeah.
Wasn't this toilet door, was it?
No, I've just tested it. Could have been that.
Does that sound like it, Jem?
Jem,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
Yeah, only very slightly though. Wasn't as loud, but not as loud.
Because the thing is that they are, it could just be because it's
Suction,
down at the door, just
vacuum.
kind of banging in its frame. It's not that toilet door because that's quite stiff. That one rattles the main door.
It sounded like a metallic pop. Yeah.
Okay. The acoustics in here are amazing, aren't
That could be nightmare later on.
they?
There's some weird travels in here from one room to another.
We have to be mindful of that, don't we? If you are in here, please make yourself known in some other way. Either make that light come on and make that noise again, or knock on the table, touch one of us, anything, let us know you're here. We'd really like to interact with you this evening if you care to join us. I didn't hear any.
There was no.
That was a door, not a suction.
Hello?
That was a door, not a suction. That was just a door.
What the heck? All the other doors down here are locked.
Hello? That's definitely that.
That was definitely the door, wasn't it?
That was a door. It was not a suction
No.
or a through suck or
That
a.
was either then.
It was either that one.
Because the thing is, if it was downstairs, you'd hear somebody open the door downstairs.
No,
No, it's this one.
I'm sure it was that one. That opened and closed. Well,
No, you know when I opened the door then?
This is where I heard the footsteps.
There was like a flash of light. As I opened the door, it like
it
flashed.
might be.
This isn't flashing at
No, it fires an orange focusing beam.
Oh, right.
It might have been that.
Right, sorry.
But this is where Rob and I heard the footsteps,
So,
I think.
that was it.
But
It was a
opened
door.
and closed. Yeah. Not even a draft would do that.
Oh.
Heavy door. Okay, so just a reminder, guys, if you do start moving around, don't stand on the board, and there is a hole in the floor just behind Andrea, so just be really careful if you do move about. But I would suggest when all the torches and stuff are off, the lights are off, that we don't move about too much. I'm looking because, apart from these padded ones, I can't touch anything else.
So I've got a lady to my left, sort of between you two,
Okay.
but a little bit further back.
Yeah.
And she's got long green hair, but she's dressed very scruffily, almost like in a cloth-like outfit. I'm not certain who she is at the minute.
Just for the benefit of Lee's audio, we are in the basement. This will be Vigil 2 for this audio, Amy. So the lady that Steve can see, please could you tell us who you are? Could you give us a name?
I feel like I'm being weighed down. And I think this lady is called, it's either Annie or Amy, something like that.
Okay. I keep thinking that I'm hearing a female voice, but it's not a full voice. It's kind of just going, but that could be from outside. I don't know.
It's not my nose this time because I've cleared my sinuses.
Very good. Okay, Amy or Annie, can you come forward and let us know why you're here? I heard movement then.
Andrea,
Yes.
have you just moved that way?
No, I moved pan the other way, so it might have been the light.
Can you just do it again? Yeah, it is. I just caught out the corner of my eye. I was looking directly at the screen. It looked like a figure. Right over there.
If there are any more spirits down here with us, please come forward. Please come and talk to us. We don't mean you any harm, we come out of the greatest respect.
There's a male coming through over this side.
Okay, somebody's just touched my bum. I'm doing a lid, somebody's just touched my bum.
Look at you.
Sorry, I'll send them that way.
And there's a female directly ahead.
Okay, let's fill him up a bit.
It's getting a bit crowded, yeah.
I can actually, I mean, it might just because it's in such an enclosed area, but I do actually feel my chest getting a bit tight.
It does happen.
Yeah.
God, what was standing up?
But I don't know if that's just because it's like damp.
Yeah, because it's damp and it's. But I've been in basements plenty of times.
It does, it's like hard to breathe, it's really heavy.
Yeah, it really does feel heavy, like. Yeah, in fact I can even, usually you can't hear me breathe, but...
So this lady that's in front of us is, to me, clearly a nurse.
Okay. It's been scratching.
She's middle-aged. She's very, I'd say she's very senior in her role. I don't know what she's doing in this vicinity at the minute.
If I said to you that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
I thought it did.
Yeah, it does.
There's 4 of us here. My name's Michael. We have Lynn, we have Rob, and we have Jill. We're just here to talk to you, try and find out a bit more about you, maybe why you stay in this amazing building, what it was to you. Was it somewhere you visited? Did you visit as an adult? Did you visit as a child? So all we ask is that you try and do something so we know you're here. Unfortunately, we can't see you, and sadly we can't hear you. So it could be while we're asking you questions, or we're asking you to talk to us, that you might be. So please don't think we're being rude, and please don't think we're ignoring you. We have many different devices with us, different bits of electrical equipment that help us capture your voice. We've got cameras that can see in the dark and maybe capture you. So please don't be shy, don't be afraid of us. We're not here to harm you, or to poke fun at you, or to mock you. We're just simply here to prove your existence. So if there's anything you can do for us to help, anything you can do at all, there's a device to my right, down the end of the pool and the gallery. You'll see it's got a red light. If you move up to that device, there we go, let me show you. So you don't even need to touch it, you just need to get up close to it. Maybe you could even, which would be good, make a splash in the pool. Now we can hear water trickling just with a filter system, but maybe if you could splash the water for us, that would be fantastic. Because the water is very calm and very still. People have said they've seen shadows walking along the back of the pool, upstairs where we are. Maybe that's you, maybe you used to come and visit, maybe you used to come here as a teacher watching your pupils, maybe you were here as a parent watching your children in competitions and galas. So why don't you come and tell us your story?
Maybe the time that you were here goes back even further to when this was a hospital. Maybe you came here when you were ill during the war. So this pool wouldn't have been here then. It would have been covered over, and there would have been hospital beds all over the room.
Why did you just take a step?
No.
Before Rob spoke?
No.
Did you hear the behind us?
What I heard was a clinking almost like of keys.
I can hear the water dripping.
I look behind you, see if somebody behind me. There's that sound.
I'm not going to do sauna somewhere.
We can do sauna.
I know, but it's quite nice now, actually.
Oh, you want to do the sauna?
Big enough area, anything to do.
Sauna. Hello?
It's something, isn't it? HBI are not stating that this obvious response is paranormal. However, it does sound like it is saying Ghostbusters, which is what Andy thought he heard. What the team didn't notice at the time is that Andy is wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt with Ecto 1 on it, and HBI are indeed a paranormal team. Coincidence? You decide.
I used to use the sauna at my gym. I used to take a bottle of olive oil in with me.
Yeah.
Put a few drips in the ladle.
Yeah.
And pour it over the coals. It instantly blind everybody. Stuff was unbelievable.
Still again. That weren't my stomach, what was that?
Must be the bench.
Was it? That's me moving on the bench. Did you hear like a high pitched whine?
No.
That's what I heard.
Lee hears what sounds like a female moan coming from the sauna area. This was also caught on the digital audio recorder.
That were most of it, what was that?
Can you do it again, please? We heard a cry of some description.
The cry? Yeah, we heard it, I heard it.
Just a minute ago.
Yeah, that's it, that's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard, mate. To be on the audio, to be on here. I thought it was a bench, like Andy said, but that's all the noise that the bench makes. It definitely sounded like it was from inside this area.
Yeah, mine's going up to 13, 03, 05, 07. Must be electrical, isn't it?
Electrical where it's standing there. There's nothing there. You can't have electrics near the pool, Lynn.
Oh no, of course not. No, mine's 06.
But it went suicidal.
Yeah, you can't
I was going down again.
Have electrics near the
Of
pool.
course you can't. No. I think 0.6 somehow. 0.4. Let me stick that down there. Now that's weird. I put it down there and it's gone down. Mine's back to 0. Is the ball in there?
Yeah, ball's in the middle.
Yeah, 3. There's got to be something around it. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's down to 0 down there now.
2.
Oh, it's still going up.
There's got to be something. There must be something that's been knocked off yours. It's in the same spot. What's yours down there? So mine's gone to 0 here.
Apart from the emergency lighting, there's nothing on. And as we're saying, it can't be electrical because it's water. Okay, so if there's any spirits in here with us, as you can see, we're a light-hearted bunch. We do like a bit of a giggle. If you'd like to giggle for us, that would be fantastic. If there's any children here.
You might have noticed the strange-looking anomaly flying into shot. We don't think this is paranormal, a simple particle, possibly cobweb or fibre illuminated by the infrared light of the camera.
There's a ball in the middle of the pool. If you're here with us, maybe you could roll that ball. I think it might have worked my phone against the wall. And as you can see, there's a little box in the middle of the pool with a red light on it. If you could go up to that red light. If you go up to it, you could change the colour of it. Come on, if there is anybody here with us, please don't be afraid. Please come forward and talk to us. Maybe you could move something. Can you make a noise? Can you bang on something for us?
I heard that as well, yeah. That sounded like a drip that came down from somewhere.
There is a drip. There's leaking in here.
There probably is a drip, you heard that before.
Yeah. There's a drip on the floor behind us. Would this part of, would this pool have been used as a ward as well? Okay, so if there are any soldiers in here that were here during the war, that were injured, can you come forward? Can you come and talk to us? You don't have to be afraid. We don't mean you any harm. If you're one of the injured soldiers, maybe you could tell us what happened to you. Which battle or which conflict were you injured in? Could you tell us your regiment? And your rank? Maybe you were one of the nurses that helped all these injured soldiers, many of whom would have died from their injuries.
So if there's anybody who is in this room who would like to talk to us, we'd very much like to hear from you, hear your story. My name's Rob. Beside me I've got my friend Lee, we have Kathy, we have Andy, thank you for that, and we have Steve.
I immediately have a guy in uniform on my left.
Is he
middle-aged? He's quite high up, I believe.
Does he tell us his name or anything, or is he keeping that secret from everyone?
Stomach.
He seems quite angry or frustrated.
Why are you frustrated, sir? Please tell us your story. Is there anything we can help you with? We have a few devices around this room which assist us in...
Just hold that a minute. You can't see that.
Yeah, so we have a few devices which will assist us in helping us to see or hear you. So that device that my friend has just put on the table there, as you saw, when you get close to it, it will make a little noise. And that will help us determine where you are in the room. So maybe you'd like to just move over to it and just wave your hand over it. It won't do you any harm. It won't take any of your energies, it just detects when you wave your arm over it.
He's standing in front of me now.
The other side of the table.
Yes.
Is he facing you or facing us?
He's facing me.
So, sir, could you tell us your name, please? If you won't talk to us, perhaps you'll talk to my friend Steve over there.
He's quite stern.
Oh, I suppose I'm right next to him now.
Yeah, it's right in front of you. It's right there. Can you tell us why you're here?
Good evening. As my good friend said, my name's Andy. Do you know that you are no longer living? Do you realise that your life on earth has ended?
Are you responsible for opening and shutting the door earlier on this evening when the other people were in this room? Because they heard a door open and shut out in the corridor. But when they went and looked, they couldn't see anybody. So was that you? If it was anybody up here that did that and opened that door outside, maybe you could do it again for us. And that'd be a way of us knowing that we're not alone in here.
Is that one of those noises of the fans from the main pool area?
I wouldn't have thought you would have heard it from here.
It's an odd noise to have there.
Did I just hear a bump then?
Yeah. Did you hear what?
I heard a bump, and as I was saying, did I just hear a bump? I think I heard another one.
Because I go that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I am up in the corridor.
Joking.
It sounded like it came from over by me.
Hello? Can you try and show yourself if you're here in this corridor? You might be able to see us, but we can't see you. So we need you to do something to let us know that you're here. I know someone opened this door earlier, and it wasn't any of us. So could you do it again now for me, please? Watch yourself on that.
Really quite miserable was taken from this edge. So there used to be the changing cubicles there.
Yeah.
And that used to be a window, and there's a door down the end.
Yeah.
So it's a stained glass window. Might go the other side again.
Yeah, that's mine. And the ball's moved. The ball has moved.
The ball has moved. It was on the square.
It was on the black square.
Yeah. That one hasn't moved. The REM hasn't. Nor is the teddy bear.
But that has moved.
Well, that's your camera, so you'll be able to see that. I think. Or was it ours? That's yours.
Is it still running? Please tell me it's still recording.
Still recording.
Yay!
Yeah, this is your camera.
So if there's somebody in here that's moved our ball for us, thank you so much, that's amazing. Maybe you could just move it a little bit more for us, that would be even better.
The digital audio recorder by the tripod camera picks up a possible response to Jem. Audio matrix or EVP? You decide.
So if there's somebody in here that's moved our ball for us, thank you so much, that's amazing. Maybe you could... See, when we came down here before... When we came down here before, it was on that black spot, wasn't it? It hadn't moved at all. When we did our vigil in here, it was on the black spot, wasn't it?
That's rolled backwards.
However, you would have thought they would have done the same thing.
So with Rob even nudging it with his foot, it's not moving off that spot. He's having to really push that now. Now, look at that. And it's still not going. So how the hell has it got off that and rolled down there?
It's gone the other way. It's taken almost exactly the same path as it did the first time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even go anywhere near where the one ended up.
Same that.
Yeah, but it can't, it just, the tiles do kind of plateau at that point. There was kind of a bit of a ledge at that point.
So what we're saying then, we can't recreate it.
Can't recreate it.
This is a linear straight line. The big ball does go like that. That's just giving off the momentum.
So every time you put it back on that black square, it goes off to the right.
Yeah. But when we found it, it was off to the left.
The thing is, why is it roll about 6 inches and not more?
Yeah.
Because even just its balance moving.
No, it's going off to the right again. So how the hell has it ended up to the left?
What you're about to see is the most compelling footage the team have caught to date. Not just because the ball moves on its own accord after remaining still for over 3 hours of filming, but because of what happens approximately 3 minutes later. Something hits the camera with force, causing it to alter angle. You have seen footage of the team entering the room, and it's impossible due to the echo the room creates to open the door and move about without making a noise. There are no animals in the room, such as rodents or birds, at the time of the event. All the team are accounted for, and the room has been empty for over an hour. This remains unexplained.
Haunted Britain Investigation.